one and only, UrHonor, introducing Slaveofno1TV, coming live. Now we're going to explain to you about the video you're about to see. Is about the so-called complaint summons and signed by an alleged public servant, state trooper, modern European, let me get this right, modern European foreigner / alien / colonist, immigrant on this continent, actually filing a ticket, suit, complaint, summons, bill of attainder, bill of exchange, all which is prohibited by the Constitution, with this alleged public servant took an oath to uphold. The United States Republic Constitution of North America, 1791, and the New Jersey State Constitution, 1947. And also, which would be introduced as violation of the treaties, Treaty of Peace, Friendship of 1786, 87, and 1836. So, that's what you'll get this video of, and then you'll get another video, actually the proceedings that went on in this so-called alleged court, because they never proved or showed documentations from the affidavits that I sent out to show that they got the authority to be an authorized court. So enjoy that video. We'll be back with the other videos, and like I said, this is Slaveofno1TV in the studio with Jay Rudolph, and this is your dude UrHonor Bay, getting things straight and getting it right to the point. Alright, welcome to first edition of Slaveofno1TV. It's one and only UrHonor, sitting in here in the lab with Jay Rudolph. We're going to explain some things about this complaint summonses that was filed against the ex-rel Norman L. Rush. You know, the intellectual, personal, and private property of UrHonor Bay's estate. What we have is the complaint and summons issued 762, the first one, which says it's going to be in the Middletown Township Municipal Court. And then we slide over to the state of New Jersey versus Norman Rush. Now, as you just said, or you just read, it's going to be in Middletown Municipal Court, but it's the state of New Jersey versus Norman Rush being heard in a municipal court. You already know, common sense tells you that we're not in the right venue from the door. Now, if you scroll down, or we go down, you see, you know, they give you a description that I'm blacked out and everything. They're using the Social Security number, which they didn't have no authorization from me to use. And you see the state trooper's complaint. He's the one that's actually filing and writing the complaint. The so-called state trooper, so-called alleged state trooper, John Norfolk. And as you can see, it says by certification or on oath, the complaint says, to the best of his or her knowledge, information, and belief, the named defendant on about 9/13/2014 in Middletown Township, within the jurisdiction of this court, knowingly exhibit, displayed, or uttered a document or writing which falsely purports to be identification, and which could be used as means of verifying a person's identity or age, or any personal identifying information presented to the law enforcement officer during a lawful motor vehicle stop in violation of New Jersey. Well, actually, it doesn't say New Jersey. I'm sorry about that. It says N.J.S 2C-21-2.1c. A crime of the third degree. And then it says PC accused possessed a Moorish American national identification card and presented it to a trooper upon request for identification. And then as you go down more, you see the original charge that I mentioned before, the 2.c, which is a statute, which don't apply to actually people. It applies to government officials. And then it says the certified foregoing statements made or by me are true, and I'm aware that any of the foregoing statements made by me are willfully false and I am subject to punishment. Well, he just shot himself in his own foot right there. This complaining witness is a law enforcement officer, and a judicial probable cause determination is not required prior to the issuance of this complaint or summons. Summons, you are hereby summoned to appear before this court to answer this complaint. If you fail to appear on this date at this time, at the time stated below, a warrant may be issued for your arrest. And that's bold and straight up, as you would say, threat, duress, and coercion. And it's a threat right there. They're threatening to arrest you if you don't show up to this court, alleged court. Then it's signed, by this guy when I'm supposed to appear at this so-called court. And now we got complaint 2 coming up, which is 763, and it says the state of New Jersey once again versus Norman Rush at Middletown Township Municipal Court, Middletown, New Jersey. Then it says, let's go down to within the jurisdiction of this court, the purpose to hinder his own apprehension, prosecution, conviction, punishment, detention, or investigation did provide false information to a law enforcement officer, specifically by providing a false name of UrHonor L. Bay. And as you can see, UrHonor L. Bay is in all capital letters, which on the identification papers of the Moorish National Identification Proclamation that I gave him, UrHonor L. Bay is not in all capital letters. A natural person will not be in all capital letters. So as you see, this guy's already done misrepresented UrHonor L. Bay as an all capital letter instrument, an all capital letter constructed figure. This, falsified already from the door, with the date of birth and the address, which is the mailing location. Actually, it's not an address, it's a mailing location, but he has it down as an address, and he has a date. Well, we don't even know if that's a date of birth. You just got, DOB. We don't know what a DOB is. It needs to be explained all the way. And then they have the date there that I was actually my natural born date. And then you have a disorderly persons offense. Well, Clifford, New Jersey, in violation. Then you have the a disorderly persons offense. Now, actually, if we go back to the date of birth, the date of birth, the DOB, as he put it, 1/1869, that is actually when I was actually killed as a human being and then was erupted as a corporation on that day. Actually, the Norman Rush. That's why you see the Norman Rush up in there in all capitals. That's when I was actually killed that day by the municipality of Long Branch in the county of Monmouth, New Jersey, and then erected as a corporation on that day. So it was birth, but it was BERTH. So I was actually birthed into a corporation that day, and they killed actually the human flesh and erected a corporation that day. Now we scroll down to a disorderly persons offense, and then you see the title there, 2C.29-3B, and you see him signed again. And then of course it has, I'm supposed to appear at this, I'm summoned to appear at this court to answer to this complaint, and if I fail to appear on the date and time stated below, a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Like I said before on the other one, it's threat, duress, and coercion. So we'll touch on this a little bit more when I'll break down a couple of things after we go through the tickets, which is actually lawsuit. I'll break down both of them as we go through it. Like I said, you want Slaveofno1TV, and we'll be right back.